What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Lions Den Investments and Reviews. My name's Casey. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hey, it's 2022. It's a new year. Hope you guys had a great New Year's and a great Christmas. Sorry, I haven't come out with a video here in the past like 5 or 6 days. I told you in my previous video that my dad had caught COVID and was in the hospital. They've now moved him to a ventilator. So his condition has gotten worse, and because of that, I just really haven't been focused on doing videos over the last 5 or 6 days. So it's been kind of rough, guys. But I apologize for that. I'm back here. I'm making a video today, and being that it's the new year, the thing I want to talk about is going into 2022. What's the outlook for cryptos, and are we going to get the parabolic moves in crypto prices here? Without going into too many technical details, and trying to basically create a bunch of hype for everybody and get everybody all fired up when there's really not a whole lot going on. I don't want to be that guy out here smoking opium and leading you astray. So on this channel, guys, like I always tell you, you're gonna get the truth from me, basically on what my view is, what I'm seeing, not just from a technical perspective, but let's look at the fundamentals and the macros. When in doubt, zoom out. So we're gonna look at that, and we're gonna talk about a few things here that most people really don't want to talk about. Okay, but just looking at the charts, if you go back and you watch my last video, I'll leave a link up here in the corner somewhere for you. But I was telling you that basically Bitcoin at this point cannot drop below 40,000. If we drop below 40,000, then I'm bearish. Okay, we're going into a bear market. If we can stay above 40,000 on Bitcoin, then I'm bullish. Okay, so just know that, because Bitcoin controls this entire market. If Bitcoin goes down, a lot of times what you'll see is Ethereum go down with it. Now, there is one thing here when it comes to Ethereum that could happen. Okay, it's a potential scenario that could play out here very very soon, and that is with Ethereum. They're talking about 3 reasons why Ethereum can reach 5,000. Okay, by Q1. I'm not going to go into this whole article with you, but basically, from a macroeconomic perspective, when you look at the dominance on Bitcoin, Bitcoin has been losing dominance over the entire market over the previous months. And what this means is that if you look at the charts, say on like Ethereum to Bitcoin and the dominance charts, Ethereum is actually increasing dominance while Bitcoin is going down. So one of the scenarios that could play out here in Q1 is that you see Bitcoin overtake, or I'm sorry, you'll see Ethereum overtake Bitcoin's dominance, and you'll get basically an explosion in the altcoins. Now, is that going to happen? Nobody really knows, and I'm not certainly going to come out here and say that that's set in stone, because it's not at this point. Right now, the markets really aren't doing a lot. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's something I'm going to be watching as we move forward, because one thing I want to do is offer you guys some transparency into what I'm doing and my strategy moving forward here for Q1 of 2022 and what I'm invested in. Okay, so if you've been following this channel for a while, I'm heavily invested in Theta and T-Fuel, and then I diversified out into some meme tokens, because what I'm trying to do here is set myself up and get in front of the trends that are going to take place in 2022. Some of those trends that are taking place, and they're already talking about it in the news, is the meme tokens, okay, like Shiba Inu, Doge's girlfriend, Dogecoin, and at the end of Q1, you've got the Doge Lunar 1 mission launching with Elon Musk. So I think meme coins are set up to do extremely well this year in 2022, despite what Bitcoin does. Because if you look at like Shiba Inu, for instance, Shiba Inu is already trying to get into the gaming side of the metaverse, right? You're going to see that trend continue with other meme tokens as well, and that's a good thing when you're looking at placing your money somewhere. You don't want to place your money into something that's going to crash. And with that being said, before we go there, Ethereum here they're saying can reach 5,000. One of the reasons for that again was the Ethereum's dominance increasing as Bitcoin drops. So, okay, going into this next article though, there's more billionaires turning to crypto on fiat inflation fears. That's another thing that might be driving more money from billionaires investing into crypto here going into 2022. And I can tell you right now, these billionaires are not going to invest in something like Bitcoin if they know it's going to crash, which is what you're seeing a lot of people talk about over here. This is on CNBC. And they're saying from a Bitcoin crash to regulatory crackdowns, analysts give their top predictions for crypto in 2022. And some of these people are saying, well, it's going to go up because of inflation, and then others are saying Bitcoin is due for a sharp decline in the coming months. Okay, so nobody, like I said, nobody really knows what's going to happen here. But if you go back to this, more billionaires are turning to crypto on fiat inflation fears, and if the scales are not tilted one way or the other on Bitcoin, that's high risk for a lot of these billionaires. So what are they going to do? They're going to look at other alternatives, Ethereum, the metaverse, and I can tell you, they're even looking at some of these meme tokens that are getting into the gaming and the metaverse space. So, being that meme tokens are trying to attach themselves to metaverse, see, they're seeing the trend too. Some of these projects are seeing the trend. They want to. I think what you're going to start seeing is a lot of these projects try to disconnect themselves from Bitcoin, knowing that Bitcoin is going to come down, and you're going to have things like the metaverse, which are going to continue to grow and expand over, say, probably the next 6 to 10 years. So if you can attach yourself to something else rather than just Bitcoin, and you've got Ethereum dominance possibly overtaking Bitcoin at some point in the not so distant future, you could get these well cycle structures that we've been looking at completely separated. So you'll have one market just for Bitcoin, or one well cycle structure for Bitcoin that's completely separate from, say, the altcoins and Ethereum. Especially if all your money's going into different assets. So you have to follow the flow of money. This is what we're talking about, is money velocity, and all money velocity is, guys, is an exchange of value between two parties, a buyer and a seller. And if your money is moving from Bitcoin into stuff like the metaverse, NFTs, and some of these meme tokens, then that's where you want to go. You want to follow the smart money. Get in at the ground level too, because like I told you, I'm invested in Theta and T Fuel. So my strategy moving forward is if Bitcoin falls to 40,000, okay, and it's looking bearish, the next thing I'm gonna do is go look at Ethereum and see if Ethereum's dominance is overtaking Bitcoin, and what the price of Ethereum is. Is it being pulled down by Bitcoin? Is it coming down with it, or is it holding strong and it's getting ready to take off? Because if that's the case, then with Ethereum going up, it's going to take the rest of the alt tokens with it, and you'll get your alt season that we should have had back in 2021. So see, everybody got that wrong. And I'm certainly not going to be the guy out here who says I know for 100% certainty that this is going to happen or that's going to happen. I'm just following the trends and the macroeconomics here and trying to align myself the best I can with that, versus looking at charts every day and looking at the hourly charts and being a day trader. That stuff's good short term to kind of see where prices are going, but again, when in doubt, zoom out, and that's what we have to do right now, is zoom out, because nobody really knows. You're seeing a lot of these day traders come out and they're getting wrecked because they can't predict it 100%. Nobody can. Anyways, that's really all I had for today's video, guys. I just wanted to come out here and tell you what I was doing. Again, if Ethereum goes up, I'm staying in my investments. If Ethereum turns around, decides to go down with Bitcoin, and we drop below 40,000, which is that secret number, then I'm going to go ahead and liquidate on my T-Fuel holdings, because I have a tax bill coming up in April, and I need to be able to cover that. Okay? So, that's just what I'm doing. That's not financial advice for anybody. So don't do exactly what I'm doing, is what I'm trying to tell you. But you want to make sure with tax season coming up, you guys have enough to cover your profits that you might have made. I'm holding on to Theta. I'm actually staking Theta right now. So that's another thing you could do if we go into a bear market and you're planning on holding long term. I always say on my channel, stake to make it. So if you got tokens you can stake, you could do that, and then just dollar cost average in on your assets that are paying you in your sleep, and it's basically free tokens, and you're getting them at every single price on the way down, going into a bear market, and then you can just accumulate that way. If that's what we end up doing is going into a bear market, only time will tell here. So I'm just kind of sitting on the sidelines right now and waiting to see what happens. So personally, for me, I'm not making any more investments right now. I'm just waiting to see what we do, and then I'll adjust accordingly with my investing plan moving forward. So if you guys like the content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll be putting out another video here this week, and I'm just trying to stay focused right now. I know I've got a lot going on in the background with my father, so you'll have to excuse me if it's a few days before I get another video out. But I love you guys. Happy New Year. Thank you for the support again, and I will catch you in the next channel or in the next video. Again, if the markets start going, south on us here, have no fear. Look at that $40,000 number. That's what we're looking at, okay? Till then, have no fear, my friends. I'll talk to you later.